Today, I'm going to be answering the most commonly asked questions about mountain biking. These can range from how to ride the trails or what kind of components you can put on your bike. These are the most common questions, so if they seem a bit obvious, this may not be for you. The people that click this are either long-term subscribers or people who are new to the sport. Let's get started. First commonly asked question is, what is a tubeless tire? Well, a tubeless tire is a tire that uses sealant instead of a tube. What the sealant does is when a puncture occurs, the sealant rushes to the puncture and patches it. Sometimes you need to use bacon strips, sometimes you don't. Question 2. What is a dropper post? A dropper post is a post that goes up and down. The benefits of a dropper post include you can get it out of the way quickly when you need to go down a descent, and you can get it up fast if you need to get up a climb. Why do you need to stand up when you're descending? By standing up, you decrease your risk of injury. Standing up can get your weight back so you don't go over the bars. How strong are these bikes? Will it snap in half? The short answer is no. These bikes have hours upon hours of research and development. If one does crack, it won't be right away. It will gradually get bigger and bigger, and you'll see it before injury occurs. What are the different riding positions? Standing with your weight back during descents and keeping your weight forward during a climb. How do you lift your front wheel over something? First, compress your suspension, then lift the wheel up with your arms. This takes some time getting used to, but you'll eventually get it. What do you do if a faster rider catches up to you? Slow down and pull over to the side of the trail. If you can't right away, be sure to tell them. How do you do your first black rated trail? Get towed in by someone who knows the trail. How do you navigate new trails? Again, find someone who has ridden the trail before. If you can't, ask around. Why are mountain bikes so expensive? Hours upon hours of research and development are put into them. They have quality components, and they aren't mass-produced like cars are. What is the difference between a manual and a wheelie? A manual is where you keep the front wheel up without pedaling. A wheelie is more pedal-assisted. What is the difference between a hardtail and a full suspension? A hardtail does not have a rear shock. A full suspension does. I ride hardtails, but want to upgrade to a full suspension. What's a carbon mountain bike? A carbon mountain bike is a lightweight bike. Carbon bikes are usually much more expensive. Most bikes are aluminum or steel. What are the general rules of the trail? Always pull over for fast riders, wear a helmet, and have fun. How do I choose a mountain bike that is right for me? Go to a bike shop. They know their stuff, and they will help you pick one that's right for you, or at least lead you in the right direction. How do I choose the right safety gear? Invest in a helmet. Cheap helmets are uncomfortable and they sometimes hurt. Other things like knee pads are optional. What are some general riding tips? Keep your weight back when descending and learn the correct techniques to pedaling, cornering, and jumping. What are the most common mountain biking terms? Shred, gnar, roost, hip, double, whip, berm, clean, crank, drop, and brap. How do I avoid crashing while mountain biking? Always look where you want to go, and don't go out of your comfort zone. You'll progress eventually. How hard will the ride be? The first ride is always the hardest. You'll get stronger as you progress. What should I bring? A helmet, a pump, spare inner tube, tire levers, water, food, and lights if it might get dark. Some of these are optional, and I don't really carry a lot on my rides. Usually I just go out with a helmet and a bike. But if I'm going farther, I would usually want to take a spare inner tube or a pump. What should I wear? You should wear a helmet, trainers or bike shoes, and gloves. Do I need clipless pedals? No, flat pedals work just fine for beginners. Clipless is usually for more advanced riders. What are clipless pedals? Clipless pedals are pedals that you clip into and do a specific motion to get out of. They're used to get more power into your climbs. How do I shift? Bikes either have trigger shifters or grip shifters. Grip shifters you twist, and trigger shifters you push and pull. How do I maintain my bike? Look over it, examine the bolts, wash it, and don't ride it so hard that you destroy it. How do I change a flat? Get all the air out, take the tire out of the bead, some need to use tire levers, insert the new tube, patch it, put the tire back on the bead. What air pressure should I use? I usually run around 23 with tubeless. On road I go with 27 to 28. What are the trail difficulty levels? Green, blue, black, black diamond, double black diamond, and pro line. Some trails in Canada have triple black diamonds, but those aren't very common. What bike do I get? You should get an entry-level hardtail. Most will be around $600 to $1,000. If you have any more questions, leave a comment down below. I answer every comment. Hopefully this answered some questions you still had, or at the very least it was entertaining. Thank you for watching, and be sure to subscribe. It really helps me. I'll see you guys next Sunday. And remember, these were rapid fire answers, so if something does seem a little bit vague or you're still unsure, I'd look it up. There's thousands of articles about these questions.